Good morning, everyone. How's it going? I just realized it's already 5th of this November, and I can't even remember where the first 4 days have been. I just remember, oh, it's already November, and now I'm looking, oh my God, it's already 5th. Crazy how time goes so fast. Apparently, that's the case when you get older, right? Test. Okay, everything working. Sound should be fine. Um, Here we go. So I decided yesterday not to get back into the trades because the price action was just low resistance. It did give some good moves. And again yesterday at 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, I missed the SMT again. And it was quite obvious that there was a move down instead of up. And I kept going I was still married to the up bias, but I missed the SMT. And it's sometimes it's such a minor SMT. That I'm really like, why? It's just, you don't even have to look at the charts all the time, but it's at specific times, and I use the 15 minutes. I should not have missed that one, but I missed it. So for me, it's going to be much more focus of looking at the SMT, because without SMT, you do not have a proper run. Like exactly yesterday, remember yesterday in London time, I didn't trust the run at all to the downside, because I kept saying there wasn't SMT. And if there will be an opportunity, we will get one later on if there's SMT. But again, there was no SMT later on as well to the downside. It was a false SMT. And that got pretty clear very fast. So without SMT, you do not have any, you really need SMT for your longer, especially distribution moves, for the solid ones. So I'm happy that I did not take the trades in London yesterday, even though it was a good move. But that move actually helped me to had a good trade in the morning, because the levels were already there, and then I had a nice trade to the upside. But anyway, hey Casey, how are you? I've missed you a few days. How have you been doing? It's early for you, right? How's it been going? Okay, let me quickly wait till Casey gives a good response. Really curious how it's been going, Casey. Have you been trading lately or just been waiting? So guys, we are in a difficult week. We are in NFP week, right? And it's always common on with NFP, we have to be very vigilant, especially when it comes to Wednesday after, like ICT says, if you're in a trade, it's fine, but be careful after 11 a.m. Eastern. So price can get a little bit fickle, and especially now with everything. I just want to check the news. If I know it's the government is still closed. I know that everything is tentative, and I guess that's the reason why price has been so fickle. And I think it's harder to trade. 8:15, yeah, it's still tentative, but they could still use those moments to make large price swings and to create new swing points, right? Because that's what they do. The news is nothing else that they use as an excuse to create they make bigger moves to create new swing points, and in which they can, for example, consolidate again for a longer period of time, or they take out specific highs and lows, and it's just for more manipulation. So even though the government is closed, they could still use those moments for higher time frame manipulation moves. So it's still good to go over the charts and look, okay, where could they manipulate to? What could they do? Because they probably still use those moments, right? It's just manipulation. And 10 a.m. as well, PMI. Anything else? Okay, so it's just the 8:15, not at 8:30, but 8:15 move. And let me check tomorrow. You've been kind of looking good, just working weird hours, haven't traded much. You haven't, Casey, you haven't missed much. It is a little bit, you really have to have good entries and, well, mainly SMT related entries, I guess. For me, that's now the only entries that I will take if there's SMT. If not, I'm just going to skip it. But yeah, it's just good to watch and learn. Let's look at the charts, guys. I would like to show the point that I missed yesterday, where I should have gotten into a short instead of a long. It was sort of, I'm sort of annoyed when it happens, because I'll show you on ES. It was exactly this point here. No, it wasn't this point. It was a 10. Where was it? Where were you? Yeah, it was exactly in this high here again. Tuesday, yeah. And if people on ES, this is a flat bottom here, a flat top with a wick. We have another flat top here. Let me check on NQ as well, if we have that as well on NQ, because those are magnets. Oh yeah. Flat. And we don't have it here. Okay, interesting. ES has this flat one and we don't. Okay, so you can for in the future, I think there will be an SMT at this point as well with ES, but that will be a higher time frame, because let me see, 11:30, 3 November, 4 November. Okay. So Casey, you are saying there's a solid short. I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. I don't know. What are you basing it? What are you basing it on, Casey? You're short. I can see that there is a fair value gap downstairs. I see that, but I'm just sort of like, what is your? It's 3 o'clock. Okay, Casey has very good knowledge already for 6 months in. I don't see it at all at the moment. I see we might get a move to the downside, but then I would think we're already in an upward trend. Hey Sarab, how are you doing? I have to look at gold. I haven't looked. I didn't like gold yesterday, so I didn't look at it. But I'll have a look at gold in a bit. Let me just have a look at NQ. Well, we're in consolidation right now, so I think I would like to wait for the manipulation move. Like, Casey, if you're saying the manipulation moves to the downside, I would agree with you. Then I would, because I'm a little bit more bullish on NQ for a bit now, because we've got all this liquidity still up here. I would think we should grab that. But we're still in a consolidation area, so I'd love to hear your analysis on it. Now also on NQ, this is the event horizon, the midpoint. So we touch that. We are into this N walk, but we do have a higher N walk here, right? So I'm just not convinced yet that we might go down again to take this a little bit lower and then go back up. Let me see, where is this level? When we take out this liquidity here. And you see, guys, it's 3 o'clock. See how it moves? It's 3 o'clock and this is how it moves, right? Let me go to the 1 minute. So what I'm a little bit hesitant as well is that midnight is here. It's just wicking through midnight and it goes back up, right? So that makes me a little bit vigilant as well, because you can also have retests of time, and midnight is a very significant time. But let's see if it could go to the downside. But I want to see the 1 minute. Let's see if we have SMT with ES. We do have SMT. We do have SMT with ES. Here, 230, 245. ES is below the midnight. I love your question, Sarab. I'll get into it. I read your question. Let me first see if I can try to get my my boy NQ back in order, because I need to get aligned with NQ, which I haven't been yesterday afternoon, morning. Okay, so like I said, I'm just not sure about the short yet, Casey. I can't explain it to you exactly why, but sometimes with as you can see, I consider this a balanced price. So if I do the OTE calculation, I do not go for the full range. I just take this and I delete this area, because this is, for me, I consider this balanced, right? You can see that here. Now, sometimes when you have when price, it doesn't need to go to 0.5 if you're in a certain area, if you consider discount and premium, it can just take 38% and just go. And because the midnight is here, I said straight away, I don't trust it, because I consider this a retest of the midnight. And so for me, that's why I could not go short there. And I do think we have equal highs here, and I think we need to go a little bit higher in this area before maybe going down. But price is hard to read at the moment, but yeah. So for me, the 3 o'clock, I think it's just going to be a move up for now, the bias. But Sarab, he has, if you have to summarize, which are important topic of ICT to take trade? Bias, liquidity, structure, mapping, and PFVG, are these four enough? Sarab, I have I don't think it's that easy to summarize, because I think the main topics are the core content, and then it's like building blocks. But everything you say is part of understanding bias, structure mapping, and power of three. So basically, that's how the market maker models, if you understand the market maker models, which you all need those things for, that is, then you basically have everything. But I don't think those are actually topics to summarize, because they're very big, actually. I mean, if you tell someone who hasn't had any knowledge, structure mapping, bias, liquidity, power of three, what does that mean? So yeah, if you can manage, if you have those, if you have that in tune, you are done, you're fine. But I think it's better to make it a little bit smaller. So, but yeah, if you already have those in your pocket and you know how to understand that logically and make that practical trading wise, you have it. So, yeah, you know what's so good, if you go into the lectures again and you see things, it's like a refresher, right? But Sarab, yeah, just I think it's pretty awesome, those topics that you point out. Um, so, but I think I think sometimes it's just also better to make it a little bit smaller, go over specifics like the rejection block. Like ICT also had a little one called the gauntlet. We all got Venom, all those little things that we can trade. Now, for me, also why I was not going along with the short, I see those equal highs here, and like what I've noticed with this price action lately, if it goes so slow and it's all this is all engineered. You can really tell now this engineered liquidity is just being engineered to take out, and it does not take that long to take it out sometimes when it creates a swing low. So when I see a swing low being created like here after taking liquidity, and I see this engineered liquidity, I just, oh, hold on, I've got to do something. You've got so much wind here, it's crazy. Everything is blowing away. Guys, there's so much wind. I might even blow away at some point. Okay. Casey, my entry was at 500. I took out at 477. Okay, I thought you were aiming for a short from here somewhere around midnight. Okay, well, you got out with you're green. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Okay, so now it's going to take out most likely this liquidity. Or I'm not in because I'm talking, and but it was a good trade, right? I mean, let me see, what was a good entry? Well, for me, the entry would have been the retest of the midnight. Like I said, time can be just as you can use time also as premium and discount sometimes. So, for example, exactly at 3 o'clock, you get a wick through the midnight, right? And then you have a wick here above, and then you have a little, it goes down and it does not touch midnight anymore, and then it makes the move up. So for me, I most likely would have market ordered already in here at 3 o'clock when it do this and create the up close candle at 301, 1 past 3. I'm sorry. That will be my market order in, and then I would put my stop. That would be like really, for me, it would be the midpoint of this wick. That would be my stop if I would have taken that trade. Why? Retest of midnight. That is something that I've been looking into. It's not something that I made up, but it's something that I've been, because I'm time-based, right? So I've been looking at behavior around time. And I use time a lot in my analysis. I don't always talk about everything that I look at, but I don't want to overwhelm people. But the algorithm is scripted against time. So if you want to understand the algorithm, you need to study time. So that is one of the things that I can rely on on, and it happens in a macro. It's not like always, right? It's not like, oh, when it happens every time. No, it's specific time that it happens. So because this is a macro time, and especially also the 3 a.m. time, so there are more things aligning. So that's why I would have done this instead of yeah. So that will be an entry in a. But hey, things line up. Daily open here, engineered liquidity. We have a high resistance run, accumulation, and then this. Well, I'm still not sure about the full manipulation. Because this could be the manipulation move too for distributions to the downside, but we'll see. Who's in that long, by the way? Is anyone in that long? I'm fine to miss trades, guys. I don't mind. I'll catch up. Okay, Sarab, you asked me about. I want to go into gold quickly. I do want to do some analysis. We'll let that move run. So I said a few days already. I'm not touching gold as long as it's in this 4-hour IFVG. That's exactly this one. Let me show you. Here you go. Is this 4-hour IFVG? I don't like it as long as it's in this. So yesterday it didn't move out of it, but I was like, you know what? I still consider this the full range, the accumulation range. So I just thought I'm just not going to look at it because I just need more information because this is higher time frame accumulation. It's very hard to trade and it's tricky. But when you have, again, I'm sounding like a broken record. What you can trade at some point in that range is between the NWOGs and the event horizon, the midpoint, and going back and forth, the ping pong effect, I call it, right? So I might be looking at that, but besides that, Sarab, I'm just being honest. I don't like it as long as we're in this range here. I just don't want to touch it because it's higher time frame accumulation, and that represents itself like very slow. There are moves, but it's just not. There's no speed. It just goes from wick to wick. And as you can see, we've got a lot of wicks here as well. So for me, this area is sort of like I'm not really interested in at this moment in gold too much. If I may, but the only thing that I might want to be looking at is the behavior between those three levels if I really need to take a trade. So that's why I decided to focus more on NQ right now, because on NQ we also have these. Let me show you. The NWOGs in green, right? Just forget about the lines. But we've got NWOG here, NWOG here, NWOG here, and we've got opening range gaps, those are my gradients. So I've got more to work with on NQ at the moment, if that makes sense. I just have more data to level wise. So, well, I do believe we need a body close above this level in order for us to be more bearish to the upside, and we did. We had that here, retest. So this was the retest. Okay, yeah. So the midnight, that midnight was really a retest, which should have given change in state of delivery, higher time frame, very important, right? We have all down close candle, down close candle, down close, and the 15-minute. Now look at the highest one here. We had a body close over it, right over here. Then you have a little move to the down. So the range has been created, right, from here to here. But I calculated from here, not from here. Most people do that and they go wrong and they think, oh, they look at the 50% and think that the price has to go lower because of this. No, that's not the case. This is balance. We don't need this area anymore. You can disregard it. You can bring it up, and this is now your OTE zone. But 38% can be good enough for it to go back higher. It doesn't need to go to 50%. It does not always. So sometimes this is enough for the move to go up. But also again in consolidation now. So it made a move up, right? Here we go. I hope someone took that move to the upside. I hope so. I hope someone took that long, based on. Okay, so we created a new London fair value gap. The first presented, the orange one. Very important. Will be important the whole day, and especially when you have a larger one framed. This one, and mind you, it hasn't been tested at all. Plus, we have a little bit of a gap. The only thing that if you automate it, what it does not do correctly, it does not take the little gap. So normally you have to add the gap, right? So I'm gonna just override this one because it's a little bit wrong. It needs to be like this. So the gap, the imbalance has to be added in. If also any fair value gap that you grade or any that you highlight. If there's a little imbalance, you have to add the imbalance. Very important. So here, let me make it orange so I know. Orange. Why are you not coloring? Oh, here you go. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sleeping. Okay. Here we go. Now, why is it not using that? We have got a breaker here, right? It's a plus breaker. Okay. The ICT silver bullet, London silver bullet. We still have this liquidity. We've got daily open, so we still have a lot of. There are opportunities for a good trade still. Let me see if everything is open. Now, preferably, my best trades are a retest of a breaker, and then especially in silver bullet time, right? Because we are in London silver bullet time. But lately, I have noticed we are not getting it, and this could be enough. So that's always like a little bit difficult sometimes now because it's not as clean as it used to be. I don't know if people are experiencing the same. So for me, this will be like because we still have liquidity up here. We're already in an upward move. It's already showing its hand. So I would like to try to frame a trade to the upside now, targeting this liquidity here. So that's what I'm looking for, because I don't think we're going to get a retest of this right now, but it could still do it, right? So I only highlighted, I'm sorry guys, I only highlight the top of the breaker, not the full breaker. Now, for people who don't know what a breaker is, you have a low, a high, and a lower low, and preferably this lower low has to take out liquidity. And then the breaker is activated if you have a candle going higher and closing higher than the highest point of this area. Now this candle here took out this liquidity in a macro. So technically the breaker has been activated also in a macro. Now a breaker does not have to be activated in a macro, but it's more, it becomes a high probable breaker if those things do happen. And also this fair value gap will be also of significance. Okay, let's see. 322. Okay, we could get the run. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here. Hold on. I just want to see. Oh, I'm at 1 minute. Yes, I am. Just want to see the next candle. I'm still waiting. But Sarab, I know you trade gold a lot. Do you agree with me that gold is in a tricky area at the moment? It's hard to read. I'm curious if you have been looking at gold lately. Hey, Dolly. Hello, pretty girl. Okay, now let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. 324. Breaker, 324. I'm getting in on a buy. I am getting in on a buy. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you not open? You better be open. Missed part of the move already, but it's okay. My account is not. Account doesn't open. I can't enter. Oh, are you kidding me? You're kidding me. What the F? Now it could go lower. I'm not in my account because it doesn't open. Maybe that's a good thing. Let me see where the midpoint is of this one here. Am I below the midpoint? Yeah. This is the midpoint here. Now, technically, I could be wrong because this could be the manipulation move. Then we could get a distribution to the downside, right? But let's see. What's going on? That is so weird. Why are you giving me a hard time today, my friend? Okay. Now we could have maybe we have to wait until the next macro, right? 350 to 410. My favorite time, 410. Well, actually, this is a beautiful retest. It's in the breaker. We've got the first presented fair value gap exactly in the break, nestled in the breaker, and you can see it really 324, 323. It just tapped into it, so that would have been the best entry here. And then your stop loss technically should go. I would do it below the. It should be below, but then I would have had a better entry. Hold on. So, this would have been the proper entry. I'm always talking about I need a retest. I'll check SMT as well. You enter at the retest here, so you're in right here. Yeah, you want it, if you start out, you want it to have it below the first candle, but if you get more experience, you can play, you start doing it a little bit higher, below the breaker, for example, because you can still get a wick to the downside. But this should have been it's still a 3R trade to here. But I don't like the price action too much. Let me check on ES. Yeah, obviously there's no SMT because we had SMT to the downside here, but that's a false SMT, right? But this is a textbook. This is beautiful. This is a unicorn. So that's why it's okay if you miss a move like this at 3 a.m. You just wait for the retest. You see there's a breaker being activated, and then you wait for the breaker retest, and then you have a safer entry than just entering here, because you have more confirmation, right? Because it's hard to enter here. The midnight it could be, but then again, it's still a little bit tricky, I guess. But my account is finally open, so I just got in, but got in here, so I'm just taking it to daily open. Now let me just double check something, guys, before I'm actually not. Where's the daily open? Oh, here. Okay. 570. Yeah, I think it goes higher though, but I'm just going to take the low-hanging fruit. That's okay. It's my opening trade. It's engineered liquid. This is engineered, all engineered. So these are equal, right? So I just took it to daily open. I'm getting out here because I do believe we'll get a rejection there a little bit, but I think it will all good to go up to this level here, 575. If we do get another retest, I might add one and then let that run to this level here. And I'll show you why I think that is a valid level. Hold on, I just want to do some calculation here. Yeah, it's a solid trade. I don't think there will be another retest, but I'm just going to take it off at the daily open. But we have an equal highs here, and there we go. Thank you. And Q, go. I love it. Silver bullet, London silver bullet, textbook play. Um, Anyone else in the trade? But I hope everyone is starting to use those midnight and all those times as well, and look at them a little bit more than just time, because they give so much information, like these retests here as well. And then this candle doesn't go below it anymore, but it's above it. And then boom, at 3 o'clock, 5+3, boom, we get the first move. And this move just only sets the stage for the silver bullet, right? So it's okay to miss this move. Okay, let me watch my trade. Here we go. Oh, hold on, I've got a nice overlay. I can maybe, if my trade is going to work out and I get even though it might go higher, I am going to use my overlay. I hope so. Finally, I've got it already for a couple of days now, or no, from Monday. Monday I didn't have I had one trade. I did on, it was green, but I finished it. It went down a little bit too fast before it reached my TP, so I could not use it. It's only when a winning trade where my TP is hit and I'm not being stopped out, then I'm allowed to use that little feature. So let's see. Oh, that's a nice start of the London session, isn't it? With finally a textbook. Finally, we get a normal retest of something. I mean, that's such a long time that not. Now the daily open might not be taken out now because we're not in. It could wait, could go down a little bit again and take it out in the next macro, the start of 350. But also, so yeah, so exactly this type of price action. So it might go down a little bit and start consolidating because it's not a macro time. But the 320 to 40, the 20 to 40 times, we can consider them macros in the sense that they could run. It could use the time to make to get some miles, and then sometimes you can see it does take out sometimes liquidity in those times, but not as regularly as in the macros. So this is all normal. If it goes a little bit to the downside again, it's okay. No worries. This is so textbook. Like I said, I do think it's going higher. I think it's going to take this liquidity as well, but I'm just going to take the daily open because I don't trust it as much nowadays. So I'm just going to I'm going to do it one tick lower, just one tick, 2 ticks lower here. Oh, I could, I need to raise my TP here. Yeah, it's going to be, it's a break even trade. It should be break even. And because there has not been any displacement, I don't want to put it any lower. I could still be stopped out though, because sometimes it does do that. It wicks down, right? Because you don't see any fair value gaps. It's just like a manipulation wick, for example. So I'm always very careful when I don't see large displacement. I don't. It's sort of a little bit tricky still. I think, but we still have some time to go for the next macro. Let's see. Let's see what it does at 345. 44, I mean. I would love to know, is anyone else in that long or not? I would love to hear. Now we are actually trading inside sort of like a consolidation area, right? So you have to be a little bit careful here. We're still in this. See, that's what I mean with this area. You have to be careful. So you don't want to put your stop too fast. Because the area itself is still not clean. We're still in this. I really want to see breakout of this area, but let's see if it does that now. Again, it's just creating a more liquidity, right? You see this happening. This is just, I don't like this too much because it's just engineering more and more liquidity. So that's why people always frame a 2-hour trade. They just get out, right? So if you have like if you start out, now I'm waiting for a little bit more, but if you start out and you just have the good entry here, you get in here, and they just get out at 2-hour, right? And they don't wait for this. That's why you see a lot of people just trade 2-hour trades, and if you have a good entry, the breaker retest, for example, you already get out here. You're not waiting for this BS. Well, it's not BS. I mean, you just have to sit. You don't have to sit through this accumulation. Oh, my coffee is finished. Shit. Well, nothing I can do about it. Okay, I can get rid of the breaker. Everybody has a breaker. Knows any questions about the breaker? So the breaker and the rejection blocks are my two favorite PD arrays from ICT. And the third place are the first presented fair value gaps, I guess. Are you already going? Yes, 3:45. So you can extend the macro sometimes to quarter to quarter past, right? So it could take out the liquidity already. It could happen before 10 to the hour. You can consider that a macro. So technically, if it starts running already and it's 3:45, you also know you can extend the macro maybe to the upside 5 minutes later. We might get like consolidation midpoint. But this tells me already time-wise, okay, it's starting to be active. And if we do go to the upside, and it's quarter two, that means the macros can run from quarter two to quarter past. It's not only limited to 10 to 10 past. But let's see what happens. Patience is so needed in this line of job. I never knew that I would do something that would require so much patience. But hey, here I am. And yeah, so this I don't like, that we get like a move to the downside this big. Let me see on the traders doing. Got a little gap here. We are below this one already. Still good. Okay. Let's see. So that's the reason why if you enter in a move from 320 to 40, you always have to be vigilant that there could be, especially when you have a price action like this, that it could go down quite a bit before it makes the actual move. So the macro is starting. I'm still not too worried about the trade. Just need patience. So a lot of the times the 4 a.m. print candle does bring volatility. So I do think we have to wait 10 more minutes before the volatility really starts kicking in. Oh, maybe not. I was prepared for that. Hey, let me see. Hey, I can use my my new feature. I like it. But I do think once it takes that level, the daily open, we might get a little bit of rejection, but I think it's going to go higher. But I'm just taking the low-hanging fruit. Oh, Sarab, yeah, well, yeah, no worries. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about NQ, just some specifics, or maybe contract-wise and tickers. If you're looking for anything, information like that, let me know, okay? Feel free to ask. Oh, I've got to manage my trade. Hold on. Okay. So you notice that I put on the one, right? The levels. I left it there because I was thinking, should I lower my TP? But I didn't know. I put my TP in already, so I did not do that. But you can see exactly. Oh no, I did not go to the one even. No, I did not do. Did not even do that. No, I think we're still good. I mean, we still have a nice macro. The macro is still running. We're in a bullish. You know, we're in a buy program. Clearly, the buy algo has been activated. So. It will not change to a sell algo unless we take some solid higher time frame liquidity, which daily open could be, but I might have missed some. Sometimes there is others like a daily midpoint or a weekly midpoint or something like that that you could miss. Because it could have hit something in this macro that we missed. I'm just trying to figure out if I missed anything. Because we're in a macro, and if it hits something, did we miss any other level? Don't think so. So double checking if I missed anything. Because I'm focusing on the daily open, but there might be, for example, a weekly midpoint, an old weekly high or low, or something like that. No, I think we're still good. No, it's still good. Still valid. Yes, yes, yes. All good. Daily open is the first. I believe it's the first one, and then they're high, and then 549. Yeah. But it takes, it just doesn't run as smoothly as. I think we have to wait till 4 o'clock. Ta 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 ta. Yes, the macros, the ICT macros are the price pools. So the market doesn't do anything else than take liquidity or balances out imbalances. And what does time do? Time, specific times created, they create imbalances, they create liquidity. And during the macro, so the 10-2 to the 10 pass, price pulls to those levels to take liquidity or balances out an imbalance. It goes from external liquidity to internal liquidity. So a macro is always time based, right? And to make it easy, it's always 10-2 to 10 past every hour. But you can extend it to quarter-2 to quarter past as well, depending on how it's behaving. There are if-then statements. So macros is nothing else than a script that spools to time, to other time-based elements which have created either the imbalance or the liquidity. Like daily open is a point of liquidity, midnight open. It's a time, but it's also a specific moment where liquidity is pumped into. So why I'm waiting for 4 a.m. now, because you will see that 4 a.m. will do something, because there will be a big influx of, you see how difficult it makes really, it really, and that's also because we are in this higher time frame area here. Then you can see this behavior a little bit more. So if you see this, you should be okay. We are higher time frame consolidation area. So that's why you hear people say, I'm waiting until it really breaks out of that range, right? So that's why you can see how fractal time is. It mimics, if you look at this 15-minute and look at this 1 minute, do you see how similar it looks? So because time is fractal, it really mimics the higher time frame. So so that's why it's so easy. People say, yeah, you're going too much to other time frames. No, I will always go to a higher time frame, because it tells me a lot. I know what to expect, because I'm looking at this area in the 15-minute, and okay, we're in a higher time frame. accumulation zone. So also your moves will also be. That's why I'm saying in gold, I'm not interested in gold at the moment because it is really in such a big, large consolidation zone, and this is the 15 minutes. So I'm willing to do this, and I'm thinking, okay, we might break out of it either now or later on. So that's why I'm willing to trade it, and I'm not really eager to touch gold at the moment. But hey, I could be wrong, right? Because it could still, I mean, it did not break out. It could just be a fake move again, and then just consolidate again for another 2 macros, whatever. But let's see for in a few half a minute. Half a minute. It could be done. You know, it's highly manipulated. It could not take out liquidity. It does not have does not have to do it, right? It is higher probable that in a macro it takes out liquidity, but if it's highly manipulated, they could do it for us and not do it. But it's sort of like it helps you, and that's why you always like look for SMT, because they can't fool SMT. But well, there is SMT now on the at 3 o'clock. You see that at 3 o'clock with this one here. So that gave us the move up. But hey, we could be done. Could be a rejection here. But let's see. I mean, it looks bearish now. Half a minute. Okay, 4 o'clock. Let's go. We've got 10 more minutes. Dolly. It's really ugly price action again, even at the 4. But let's see, we still have I'm still in. I haven't been stopped out yet, so but it's a horrible trade. Come on, NQ. You have such a beautiful textbook breaker retest, and then you don't go to the higher time frame. But you have to be patient with these trades. 3 past 4. Okay, now let's start running. Come on, go, 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 go. We've got flat tops here, so that's also, I like that. We've got some flat tops here as well. So I'm still, I think once it goes, I think that it will be a nice run, but I'm getting out here. I do think there is more to it, to this run, and it will go a little bit more into this end walk again. I think it will go a little bit higher. There we go. Come on, go. I need to manage my trade. I think I'm taking one off. I think it will take it in this macro. The daily open will be taken. It would be really weird if it does not take that today now. Come on. I hate sitting through consolidation, but see, it's reacting exactly at the one. That's the only concern that I have, maybe. Come on, you need to take liquidity. Come on, my friend. There's no liquidity here. Why are you not grabbing the liquidity? I don't understand why you're not taking the liquidity. Patience is tested. And I'm not a patient person by naturally. These trades normally take, maybe one macro max. Then you just in and, you take it and you're out within maybe 20 minutes max. And I did not even go for a higher. I just already take the low hanging fruit. But I guess it could be lower, right? Next time I'm going to look for, maybe that one might be I think maybe next time I will not even go for this level, but I calculated just the manipulation move here from body to body. I guess that will be maybe it. But then now let's see if it takes it out a few minutes later. It's still, it's not really that. If it would have been a level that was here, so that would save me this time, then there's nothing really here at the moment. We're still on a macro. We're still good. We're still good, guys. It's gonna take it out. Are you kidding me? Yay! Winning trade. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I'm out. Yeehaw! Thank you, London. Anyone else let me know in the chat if anyone else was in that trade. No, Saurabh, I know it's going to go higher, but you also remember I'm on stream and I talk a lot, so I'm good enough. I take my money and I know it's going to go higher. I said that many times, but hey, don't be greedy. Take your money, and it's good enough for me. And as I say as well, It's the end of the macro as well for me because it started early. I get out at, if I see this at 8 past, I stop because I don't want to wait another macro. I don't want to sit through another consolidation phase because remember I showed you, if I show you this end here, it might break out, but it might also go back into the range again now. So I don't want to take that risk. If I miss it, I miss it. It's fine. I took quite a bit of points here. Had a good trade, but I'm also thinking about time, and I'm also, remember, I'm also on stream, so I need to be able to maybe go back into Go, have a look, and things like that. So it's always better to get out at some point. It just gives you more peace of mind. Like, where did I get in? I have a over 40 points, so it's good enough for me. If I would trade by myself and I'm not on stream, I would probably leave a runner, and I would probably not even look. Well, I would look at it, but I just, that's okay. But I just like getting out of them. But I do think, like I said, this is a level I think of. This one is highly likable, the 75%. Like I said, you've got equal highs here, so most likely now it will run to those equal highs. But again, I'm pointing it out again and again, price is fractal. So you really want it to break out of here. But I'm just worried it might get back into the range. My plan for New York session, well, what for NQ, I would see how high this one is going. I think for London session, I'm done now because I've made my money and I had a good trade, so I'm satisfied. But yeah, technically, ICT teaches us not to enter a trade on NFP weeks after 11. Well, he says you can stay in a trade until 11. But I'm thinking, you know what? We still need to. I think it's good to still watch price action. But 8:15 there's news, so I wouldn't do any trades before that for now anymore. For me, that's now fine, and just I would watch. And then what I would do, Sarab, is watch at 8:15 what the news candle is going to do. So that would be my advice. I can say anything what I want right now, but the news candle could override anything, and that's what they do technically. So let me double check again. I think it's 8:15, right? Yeah, 8:15. It's ADP non-farm. Yeah, the government is close, but they could still use that candle to, go maybe take out all the highs on the top, or maybe go bring it back down. So I'm just going to wait for that. So I think that's the best thing, the most honest thing I can say about it. And for now, I do think we're going to go higher. Let me just, yeah, I think 25.83 could be, well, you got the settlement price right over here, right? And the settlement price is also, I don't know if anyone uses the ICT premium and discount wicks. You have this level here, 25.577. Now it matches up with my calculation here. It's 2 standard deviation, but it's also it's a quarter of a weekly premium wick, but it's also settlement price. So this level is for me significant, but it might not get there now. But mark that area here. If you can put the settlement price on TradingView, you can just, it's the last previous day close line. It's integrated in TradingView. But you see, I've got 3 confluences here now. So that's interesting to me. And again, look at this level, guys, the 1.25. It rejects there. I always put the 1.25 in my calculations because it helps me a lot. That's why I also get out near that area, and preferably before, because then you can get a nice, it's a place for retracements. I don't know why. I started testing different things, and if I see 1.25, I try to get out before. just because my journal tells me that's more suitable to my trading style. But yeah, I think there's room to the upside anyway. But yeah, I just want to know, did anyone else have a good trade? I really hope so. Did anyone else has at least a win? That will make me happy. Or just learned something. Yeah, I try not to overstay in days like this because you can see it now, it goes lower, right? I do think there's room to the upside, but you have to really sit through a lot of back and forth. Why? Again, I'm just pointing it out. Time is fractal, guys. If you see this area here, you know, we are again at the end, but then again, we still don't know if it's just going to give a little wick and go back into the range, maybe go to the 0.5 here. It's a little bit tricky, so stay vigilant. I'm going to leave it here. I think I'll do an AM session because I do want to see what price is doing. Because even though people say you cannot trade it, we don't really. We just do whatever. We just watch and we tape read and we learn, right? So Sarah, be careful. Watch the 8:15 candle, the news candle. Don't do anything crazy before that. Stay vigilant. I know you're not trading MQ right now. Well, I'll quickly have a look at gold for you because I know you still look at gold. Let's see if gold did anything. Most important, we are still out of this range. You know, if we go back into the range, I actually said a few days ago I would take a long into if it would go into this rejection block, and if it would reject from here. Now it did, it is, but I'm still not trusting it because you see it's tapping into this level and now sort of like retracing again. This is 4 hour, right? So for me, I just don't know with gold. For me, it's just it's a very difficult zone. It's just, you know, this whole area now, tricky. And I marked this little yellow line. I don't know why I marked it, but you can see how it's behaving. I don't know why. Let me see, what did I mark there? Sometimes I mark something and then I see, oh, it's really behaving. Where is that going, the yellow one? Good for you, Sarah. But let me know if you're going into, because I read your message, if you're going into NQ futures. Let me know if you have any questions. If you contracts and stuff like that, so you're well prepared. Don't hesitate, okay? Just ask anything. Because I mean, I love futures. I think you'll love it. I don't know why I marked this little yellow line, but it's really working. I really want to see what I marked. Oh, I know what I marked. I know it. I know. I think I know. Hold on. Where is that? Oh, it's a 0.5 of what? Here we go. Ah, okay. I see it now. It's on the monthly. Ah, okay. Okay, I just want to point out something again, guys, because I see now that it's working. Okay, you have to go. I was thinking, why is this yellow line so perfectly listening to everything? Well, I guess things have changed because I can't see it anymore. That is so stupid. Hold on. Oh, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember. Yes, 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 I remember. It was the IPTA range. Hold on. Let me show you guys. I remember again. See my memories. I've got Alzheimer light. IPTA. I'll show you. That's a way also to. No. Here we go. Exactly. Yeah. Now, what did I use? Well, obviously the days have changed now because the IPTA days, when I calculated, it was the IPTA, I guess it was the IPTA 20. No, it was not the IPTA. Yeah, it was IPTA 20. I guess it was the IPTA 40. I can't remember, but it was IPTA level, and I think I just, but it's working quite well. The yellow line is basing exactly now premium discount, but I think we have to adjust it now. I think I have to, but I think I'm going to leave it for some reason because I think it's valid still. I like it. You know why? I think we can consider this balanced. The run started here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. But you see this, I just want to point out how well that yellow line now, the 50%, is still working. And it's exactly on the settlement price. So this is the 50% line of that IPTA range that I calculated on gold. And I'm going to leave it. So all these lines are, look how well it behaves, all those lines exactly. So, and exactly now it's bouncing off that midpoint. So we went into premium here, discount, I'm sorry. And the bodies are not going below the 50%. So I think this is a very important area here, where we are right here. And it's also settlement price. So if you put settlement price on, it's scripted in TradingView. It's the previous day price, and it just gives you this red line. I use it a lot, and it just helps me. And I see a lot of things line up with it all the time. So yeah. So let's see. So gold, yeah, again, it's hard to say as long as we, this area as well, it just keeps going back and forth into this 4-hour inversion. It's for me the most significant thing I'm using right now with this N walk here inside it, nestled inside of it. We made our way up into it, down into it, so we could be done. But on the other hand, look at all this liquidity again here. There's a lot of wicks here as well. Yeah, so gold also, I think I will reassess after 8:15 and see how it behaves. I really have nothing intelligent to say about it, I guess. Let's have a look at the lower time frame. Weekly open is here. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we retest that one here. Obviously, that's the we did it 4 hours ago. Yeah, we had a little sweeper going up, but I don't know if there's SMT. But let's double check if the SMT was. So we had SMT. This was high time from SMT here, right? Right at the 3 o'clock. So that gives us the move to the upside. We don't have any SMT to the downside, so I'm still bullish, I guess. But we have to sit through some hard price action. Let me check on NQ. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here for London. I think it's just going to be a consolidation again, and I'm just going to wait until 8:15. I might start this. I might do a pre-market. What time is it now? 4:23. I'm thinking of doing a pre-market session, so and then see how what is interesting, and then see how it goes from there. I think I'm going to do that because then we can look at the news candle and take it from there. Because there might not be a lot afterwards after 11. We'll see, but then at least we can take the pre-market session. So I'll do that. For now, I'm going to touch on grass, do some stuff, and if you're trading, trade safe. Be careful. Still sort of bullish on NQ, but I wouldn't take it too high. Maybe, like I said, the 2 standard deviation max, and then take it from there. So for now, I wish you a pleasant day, and we'll see you later at 8:15, 8:30ish. Bye bye. I'll make a stream straight away so I don't forget. Have a lovely day.